All right, here's a story. So, I was raised in a very religious household. My dad was a pastor, and my mom was a full-time homemaker. They had 4 kids. My older brother is a twin, and my younger sister is a twin. So, basically, all throughout my childhood, we did things as a big group, 5 people, 2 cars. Now, my parents are the type who don't really like to be apart from each other. Like, even to this day, they sleep in the same bed. They still do. They're like freaking teenagers. Anyway, when I was about 12 years old, we decided as a family that we were going to start going to church services every Wednesday night as well as Sunday morning. And my dad turns around in his seat and he looks at us and he's like, "Hey, kids, I need you guys to help me with something." And we're like, "Okay, what is it?" And he says, "Well, I need you guys to hide this." And he hands us this big box. It was like a steamer trunk. And we were like, "Hide what?" And he goes, "Just hide this in the sanctuary. I'll explain later." So we go to church and we get out of our cars and we take this box inside. Then he would grab a megaphone and yell into it. That was his thing. So we open up the box and there's like a mountain of books in there. And we're like, "Why are there so many books?" And my dad said, "That's not important right now. Just hide these in the pews." So we start hiding the books in the pews. We're doing our best to do what he asks us to do. And then he comes back with another box and it's full of VHS tapes. And he's like, "Can somebody help me carry this?" And we're like, "Yeah." And we take these VHS tapes and we start putting them in the back of the church in this little room where we would keep the sound equipment. And then he brings us this big boom box and he's like, "Can somebody please turn this on?" And we're like, "How?" And he's like, "I don't know. Figure it out." So we figure out how to turn it on. He puts the headphones in and he's like, "Okay, good. Now don't change the channel. Whatever you do, just leave it on." And then he starts speaking into the megaphone. So he starts talking and all this weird stuff is playing in the background. And I look over and I see my mom in the corner of the room crying. And I'm like, "What's going on? Why is everyone acting so weird?" And nobody says anything. They just kept looking at me, so I started crying too. And I remember thinking to myself, is this normal? And then I realized, no, this is not normal. And that's when I knew my dad was having an affair.